Today, I'm going to write a piece of music right here in front of you. And I decided I'm going to write it for my parents. My parents live near Walden Pond, which was made famous by Thoreau. It's a beautiful pond. The woods are really gorgeous and magical. And in the winter, when you drive by there or you're going for a walk and it's snowy, it really transports you into this whole different time and place. You feel completely removed from your daily life. And I thought I would write a piece about the snow, about the trees. The first images I'm coming up with are snowflakes falling and the beautiful tree trunks and the general magical peacefulness of the forest. So here goes. Let's see what happens. This could be a complete train wreck, but we will find out. I'm going to start with a mode. That just came to me, I think, because I like that interval. The opening has a grit to it. There's kind of a magical minor sound. I feel like I'm in a different world. The first thing I think of is that opening. And what I'm hearing is this grit. It's both the beauty of snow, but it's also the cold. So it's a combination. But when you put it in context with the other notes, it has a magical sound. So you have in that this sort of combination of cold snow, magical woods. I like that right hand thing I'm doing. I don't know if I like that right hand thing I'm doing. It sounds a little bit like I've heard that a million other places, but sometimes what comes naturally to you might feel just really stupid in the moment, but it's very visceral and it's organic. I want to start playing with that interval. And maybe, just maybe, if I have the right hand thing going with that, it might take away the cliche of that right hand arpeggio thing a little bit. I like that. I find it acceptable. Something about it doesn't really vibe with me quite yet. I bet if I sped it up, it would pop it. I like it faster. Already it actually definitely has that wintry sound. I feel like I'm in a movie. Where do I go from here? I want this to be a short video. I want it to be a YouTube short, so that has to make it a minute or less. So I can't develop it completely into a big smorgasbord of a situation. It actually has to just be confined. And I'm trying to be in the moment. I'm trying to just go with what's next. But I am thinking ahead a little bit to how I could end it. And I think the way I would end it is I would do this. And maybe a sort of a general progression. I feel like this fast stuff, it could just kind of be there for a long time and not really go anywhere. So I want it to go somewhere. An easy solution, especially for a short video where you have limited time, is to have a sense of direction maybe in the range, the left hand. Because the left hand is the one that's popping around. The left hand's like the little snowflakes that are going through, and the right hand is kind of like that magical forest where you see all these little elves running around. Already, I'm falling into a trap, which feels like it's kind of in this dun, dun, dun thing, which feels a little cliche. I feel like I've heard that a gazillion places. I think I've solved the problem. I think the thing that I didn't like previously was when I was going down, that felt cliche. Although, that is pretty. But there's already a lot of prettiness happening in the right hand, so I felt like it starts to get overall too pretty and too cliche cinematic. So what I did like was when I like that. That was acceptable. And then I just jumped down to the C. I like that combination. So I'm not doing this kind of trope of this pattern, just that, I'm not doing this at all. I'm doing. And then the other thing is, I don't want to get stuck into this pattern. Although I like that, but I think for the purposes of this, that begins to feel a little too regular and expected. So to keep it confined in that short video, I want to try to mix it up and keep it fresh. So that low C could be kind of the midpoint of the fast section. So when I started going into the low, the sort of semi-repeated portion of that, and I start with that, then my left hand pops up here, and the range is going that way. as I did that, I liked when I went down and I liked going up here. I wasn't in love with sort of the chord progression-y thing I was doing as I was going back down, but I thought it was kind of surprising that I ended on a G of that section, because then it feels sort of like you're not certain, is that the end or are we going forward, which I think works really well for this short format. I like this. This is cool. That would be a really good final little moment right before I go into part 2. If I get into that veers off course. I liked the first part of what I did, and I was getting into the second part, but I did learn that. No to A flat. I did it again. So no, the rule is none of that. I could do that, but I can't do that, because that totally changes the harmonic sound. Now the final thing is to figure out that little last section. So if after the repeat of starting down here and going up, and then I do that a little bit more, then I'm going to do a slow coming to rest. I don't want it to be too long. I don't want it to drag out. I want it to be like a beautiful little pause, and then it ends. And it's going to start on this, and it'll be like a chord, sort of a broken chord, moving down back to the C, ending with a nice little strummy thing. Let's hear what the whole thing sounds like. Okay, I like it. It's a nice little exercise for me to come up with something like that. I think that will make a really fun short video, a really great gift for my parents, who I love dearly and have always been very supportive of me and my crazy endeavors. I'm going to be making a short video for YouTube based on that the next day. I'm going to write down a little score. If you want to get a copy of the score, if you have any questions, please reach out. I just started this YouTube channel, so I'm really hoping to find new audiences, and I really love to hear people's impressions, no matter what they are. I learn a lot. Thank you, have a great day, and see you soon.